I call it?
just go there and put your fingers underneath there.
Okay, they won't bite me?
Nope. That's the mama goat. She's way cool.
I don't know how to call it.
Here, watch this. Okay, I think I got you in there. This is like bribery.
Oh, this is bribery? Okay.
This is like welfare.
Okay.
These are incentives.
Okay. Hey, baby.
Okay.
What does it? Oh, I don't know if it.
Oops. Actually, let me just grab
the
it.
baby. Is it a he or she?
A little boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah. Where'd you run off to, little turkey?
I think he went in there.
Inside there?
Maybe. I hear it.
It's a really good hiding.
Or under this tarp. Oh, there, right here. Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi there, little one. Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh. Can I?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
So we'll put the. That's good. Sit right
Sit
there.
here? Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, baby.
And then, yeah, just hold on.
Okay. Just hold on tight. Okay, sweetheart. It's okay, baby. Hi. Oh. Hey, sweetheart. Oh. It's okay. It's okay.
Hi, Mama Goat.
That's a mama.
Well, this one's actually Grandma.
Oh, but she's just making sure that he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to talk to him.
And she's like, you mentioned bribery?
Yeah.
That's what she cares about.
That's what they want.
Isn't that right? You're like, hey, I know you're not going to hurt him. Or hurt him.
Yeah.
He's already starting to get little nubs.
Oh.
His arms.
Oh. I don't want it to be scared. I just, okay. It's okay, honey. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just about, as long as you're breathing calm, the animal sense calmness.
Okay. Oh, it's licking it. Oh. It's the cutest little sound ever. Hi, baby. So it eats the grass or the hay as well?
Uh-huh. And then they get the apples and all the fruit that I give them from the grocery stores.
Right.
And then they also eat from the source, like the grass that we pulled this morning.
Right.
They get that regularly. You know, so I do that in different areas all over.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take a bucket with me, and then the bucket becomes my tool or my kettlebell for working out all day.
Oh.
And then so like sometimes my bucket is carrying water, you know, to an area that doesn't have water going to it yet.
Yeah.
So, and then while I'm doing it, that was one of the things I was going to incorporate into our deal today, but we kind of ran out of time, I think. But to fill it up with like some of this dirt down here, and carry it up to areas that could use it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
However much you want to work out with that day. I mean, and it can just be a little bit in the bucket too, you know.
Yeah.
So you do like side steps, you know, like crisscrossing steps, and you're doing this the whole time with that bucket. And so
oh, wow.
you're engaging your chest, your arms, your hands, you're squeezing
really
it as tight as you can, so you're engaging all the way into your core of your chest.
Yeah.
And you do that as much as you can. So you're using a bucket with however much weight you feel for the day is appropriate for you.
Yeah.
And if it ever gets to be too much, you just dump a little bit out.
Oh, nice.
You know? And it's okay. And then you just keep going until you get to the point you're like, holy shit, that's tough, you know?
That is tough.
But that's what builds muscle endurance.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely. Yeah. That's incredible. I love it. Oh, hi, baby. I've never held a goat. This is so fun. Oh, cutest little sound, too.
This one, it's only about a week old.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a brand new baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very, very. I think the umbilical cord's still on it.
Really?
Yeah. Look underneath.
I don't know if I can.
I'll let you reach down. Just reach on its belly right there, and if you feel like a.
Oh, I can feel it. Yeah. The
that's
umbilical cord.
Yeah.
On the belly. On the belly. Oh, look at the eyelashes. They're so.
Yeah.
Wow. Hi, baby. I think he feels safe with me.
Yeah. The other day I took it, and so with every animal, it has to establish trust. And so the other day what I took, I had it laying upside down in my legs.
Oh, okay,
and
right.
And then I was rubbing his belly. And at first he's kind of like, I don't know about this. And then he started like, oh, you're not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
And so then it just relaxed in. And it basically like fell asleep right there in my legs.
Right, yeah.
And that builds a connection to you and any animals that are in your life. Like I've done it to my dogs. My big Hoss, you saw how big he is?
Yes, he's big.
I take him, I flip him upside down, I hold him, and I'm like, come here, baby. You know, like this.
He's huge.
And he'll just relax.
Oh, here, I think I'm gonna, come here, baby.
Come here.
Oh.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hi, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. How sweet. Oh, can it go in? Or
yeah.
No. Oh, okay. Here, baby. Go in. Go in. There we go.
Oh, now she's feeding.
This is the grandma?
The grandma, yeah.
And so where's the mom?
The mom actually did not make it.
Oh, no. Well, then how is it, like, that's so interesting. So
just like in a tribe, okay, say you were living in close proximity with a baby.
Okay.
You would start lactating again by hearing its cries.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. My ex-wife was an OB. Or I'm sorry, not an OB, a midwife, which is kind of basically like the same kind of stuff, birth.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
And so I learned a lot too, just osmosis, basically.
Right. That is amazing. So the grandma starts lactating to feed the baby.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting. I never knew that.
Goats do a lot of particular things that my videography sucks. But this is like watch.
Yeah. Oh. So the grandma just started, like, after the mom didn't, like,
she probably was just already producing because of the energy that the pregnant does were giving off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Baby's thirsty.
Yeah, nature works perfectly. We've just moved away from nature.
Right.
Thinking that we know better.
Right. Right.
And then we wonder why our kids don't want to listen sometimes, because we're trying to teach them things that aren't working. You know?
Yes.
And when we
Yes.
These kids come in knowing what calmness and peace and joy and stuff is. The school systems and the culture that we're growing up in strips that away. I mean, we should be able to, as a little child, if we never had a negative influence, we're pretty happy. I mean, we're like, what the hell is this? Have you ever seen one of these before? Have you ever seen it like this? It can look. We can draw. We can do stuff like this. We can play a game. We could have fun every day, and just we could build a fort, and we could live in a fort, and we can get water because it comes out of the sky.
100%. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then the adults say, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? No,
Yeah.
you gotta get a job.
Yeah.
You got to go to work.
Yeah.
You got to work for the man.
You gotta work for the man.
to pay for your shelter, pay for your food, pay for your water, pay for everything about it. But when we take nature's model,
right.
these goats have never paid me anything. I help them out and they help me out. It's a reciprocal experience. It's a reciprocal experience.
So cute.
They they produce fertilizer that helps me make the land better.
Yeah.
And I give them a cool place to hang out, and they they don't complain at all.
Oh.
Make sure they're fed really good food, and they have they're kept dry and out of the wind, and so it's a reciprocal arrangement with nature.
Yeah. Oh. She's like, feed me all of it. You're a lactating mama, so you're gonna eat more. Except they might bloat, so if they get too much.
That's like I've lost a goat that way too. They get out of the. See, that's where goats. It's almost like people too. Is they'll overindulge if it's unnatural. So like the bale of hay
it's
that
not
we get,
natural. I mean,
because it's concentrated.
Yeah.
And so they'll indulge in it until they blow up.
Right.
I mean, and literally, I had one get like the size of a barrel. I'm like, oh my God, talking about gluttony.
Wow.
And I mean, and he just basically his gut got so big that his heart couldn't work and his lungs couldn't work.
Right. That's the same with humans.
Yeah. And so.
Oh, I keep. Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
oh gosh.
She's fine still. I mean, it's
okay.
It's only,
she's okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you saw that she was, well, it looks like she got a big belly, but they always have that size.
Okay. Look at, they're like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Like what's happening?
So the one that's all white, that's Gary the goat.
Gary, he's beautiful. My word.
And then this guy over here, he's Skunk.
Skunky, that makes sense. And what is the baby's name?
Curly.
Curly?
Because the hair on the back. And the mama is Princess.
Princess.
I got her from down by the Dalles. Traded a goat for her.
Love it. It's awesome.
For like herd diversification.
Yeah.
So you go outside of your area to be able to bring in the breeding stock, so that way it just works better that way. Diversity.
Yeah, I love it. Man, it's such a beautiful day today. The sun has come out and
you see her little, I call those necticles. They're like little limps or something on her side of her throat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what are those?
They're just like little lymph node things. Come here, mama. Come here. But they look like little necticles.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Do the other goats have that?
Yeah.
It doesn't look. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They all have that.
Yeah, I think it's like a little scent gland or something.
Oh, really? So they won't ram you, I guess. Like I don't.
Well, I had a big billy goat.
Okay.
And he tested his dominance with me.
I think you told me about that.
I mean, we both ended up on the ground. It was like right there. And I mean, he was like, oh yeah, and I was like, oh yeah. And so he charged at me, and I grabbed his horns, and I pulled him up like this, and he ended up on the ground, flipped over, and then I flipped around, and I mean,
wow.
but I ended up pinning him with his horns to the ground, and he's just looking up at the sky, and just very gently, I just grabbed him right here, like a cat would, I just grabbed him real gently right there, and I was like, hey, I'm the boss here.
Yeah.
And I was calm about it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, tongue going and lips moving and stuff a little bit, looking up at the sky. And he's like,
okay, I guess I'm done.
Yeah.
I guess I'm done fighting you.
Yeah, I give up.
I give up.
So, I didn't have to hurt him.
Right.
And he didn't hurt me.
Right.
It was just, hey.
Right.
I'm the dude that's feeding you around here. Be nice.
Be nice, right? Because you're not going to hurt them, but you don't. Obviously, you're not going to get hurt by them.
Right.
You're not going to accept that.
It's just maintaining an alpha presence, because you're the alpha of you.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I love this. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. This is just fantastic. I love it.
I think this is going to be a good video to share with people too.
I think so too.
I mean, this is my life every day.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Not in this exact layer, but you know.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is it's always different.
This really calmed me down though. This is another thing with all the craziness and with everything going on. Like I feel like I'm normal right now. Like I mean I'm like, oh, I have peace and I have like I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just
You're focused on that right now moment.
Yeah.
And that's where that power is.
Yeah. It
It's
feels
awesome.
so good. It feels so good. Do you want some more? She's like, I know you'll feed me. Okay, here we go.
And here's that little one again.
Hey, baby. Oh, the baby. Come here. Come here, baby. Oh, no. No, not you. The baby.
Little one's still on milk.
Oh, okay. So she won't.
So she'll get it, or he'll get it just secondhand.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you for coming.
Oh my